Ki is life energy. Everyone has it, but only a few know about it. Skill issue. Aspects of Ki. Ki isn't just raw power. It's made of 3 forces working together. Genki, your physical energy, Yuki, your emotional energy, and Shoki, your mental focus. Since Ki is connected to emotions, intense feelings like rage can unlock hidden reserves and break limits. But keep in mind that true efficiency comes from calmness and emotional mastery. Ki types. There are 3 main types of Ki. Normal Ki, standard energy used by people with no evil intent. Evil Ki, formed by corrupted hearts and often sensed as cold or overwhelming. And Divine Ki, a far more refined and powerful form of energy. Other Ki types exist, but they aren't canon. Ki reserves and outputs. The more Ki you have, the higher your power level. A stronger body can hold more Ki. That's why fighters train to increase their Ki reserves. Another way to increase reserves is through fusion, which lets 2 individuals merge into one and combine their Ki pools. Everyone has a limiter on how much Ki they can access. It works similarly to the 8 inner gates from Naruto, which regulate chakra output. Opening these gates lets a person use more chakra than normal, but it puts extreme strain on the body. That's how techniques like Kaioken and Super Saiyan transformations work. They let you override the limiter and output more Ki than your body is designed to handle. When Hit says Goku's power has been multiplied, it means Goku is outputting more energy at once. If his normal output is 100 Ki, then Kaioken times 2 lets him release 200 Ki. Going beyond this natural limiter is why Kaioken puts Goku's body under so much strain. Also, the reason he gets stat buffs is that by increasing his Ki output, he's infusing more Ki into his muscles, making himself faster and stronger. Super Saiyan transformation works in a similar way. It also increases Ki output. But here's the key difference. It enhances the user's physiology too. That means the user can not only output more Ki, but their reserves also increase, and their body is built to handle the pressure. That's why Super Saiyan transformation doesn't destroy the body like Kaioken does. If you still don't understand, think of it like this. Goku is a car, and Ki is fuel. Normally, the engine burns fuel at a steady rate. That's Goku at base. Kaioken is like slamming the gas pedal down. You go faster, harder, stronger, but you're also burning fuel way faster, and your engine might blow if you push too far. That's why Kaioken wrecks your body if you're not durable enough. Sometimes a person doesn't realize how much Ki they actually have. Gohan had far more Ki than he was using, but a mental block prevented access. Elder Kai helped him remove that block. In other words, Gohan went to therapy to remove his mental block. Without help, intense emotions like rage can break mental blocks and unleash that hidden Ki. In conclusion, someone might have 200 Ki, but only be able to use 100 because of the mental block. Ki can also be shared for healing, or to boost someone's power. But just like it can be given, it can also be stolen. Can people see Ki? Ki is normally invisible, but with enough concentration, it becomes visible. The color of Ki depends on intent, technique, and purity of heart. Ki control is the ability to shape and direct your energy. Everything from flight to energy blast to transformations depends on it. Good control can often outperform raw power. In fact, a warrior with less Ki but perfect control can outmatch someone with huge reserves but poor control. But in the end, raw power still wins if the gap is too big, even with 100% control. Krillin isn't beating Broly with just 10% control. Ki sense allows a person to detect another's energy. Each individual has a unique Ki signature, like a fingerprint. Once you learn to read these signatures, you can track people across vast distances, or hide your presence entirely. Ki enhancement. Ki can be used to enhance physical stats. Speed, strength, and durability all scale with your energy. That's why someone like Goku can move faster than light and tank attacks that would obliterate planets. In other words, Ki is the real reason Dragon Ball characters are so absurdly strong. Let's say an average person has a power level of 10, while an average Saiyan sits at 500. With Ki enhancement, both of those numbers increase drastically. Saiyans are also biologically stronger than humans, which is why Kid Goku was already superhuman even without using Ki. But with Ki enhancement, it's a whole different story. Ki techniques. Ki can be used in 4 main ways. Energy type includes blasts, beams, and energy constructs. The stronger your focus, the more devastating the attack. Movement type includes techniques like flight and instant transmission. Support type includes temporary power boosts like Kaioken. Sealing type, specialized moves designed to trap or immobilize opponents. Biological traits. Some species have unique abilities. Saiyans can transform and gain massive power boosts through forms like Super Saiyan. Namekians can regenerate lost limbs and survive without food. Earthlings can't transform or regenerate, but they have high adaptability, and with enough training, they can develop precise ki control that rivals stronger species. Spirit control allows one to manipulate their ki on a much deeper level. By learning to shift, split, and grow their energy, they unlock powerful abilities that go beyond basic ki control. It makes attacks more precise, reduces energy waste, and lets one sense ki from much farther distances. Magic is a separate energy from ki. It's usually used for conjuring, transmutation, and healing. While it isn't the same as ki, it can be used for similar purposes, like flying or firing magical attacks that resemble ki blasts. Some individuals can even combine both energies. A good example is Majin Buu's Transfiguration Beam, which uses both ki and magic. A person might have low ki but high magic. Interestingly, Piccolo's famous Clothes Beam isn't a ki technique, it's pure magic, known as magic materialization. By the way, this same technique is used to create Dragon Balls, but it requires high-level mastery. Psychic abilities. Psychic abilities like telepathy, telekinesis, and hypnosis are less understood. Some believe they're powered by ki or magic, since both energies are connected to the mind and already enable things like flight by lifting the body. Others think they're completely separate and not linked to ki or magic at all. Personally, I think all of them are somewhat correct. Think of it like this: PC, console, and mobile can all run the same game, even though they're different devices. Same function, different source. Thanks for watching.